a lie told often enough becomes the truth. You've probably came across this statement before in your life. And it's pretty obvious that our world is full of lies. It's everywhere. It's obvious. We see in the news. We see in social media. People are constantly telling lies. We also tell lies. So today I'm going to talk about lies and finding honesty in a world full of lies. I'm Julia Francelino, and that's my TED Talks. So let me ask you a question. Do we lose honesty as we grow up? So probably one day you were a little kid who had no idea what life was, what living was, what lies were. Then suddenly one day you told your first lie and you realized that lies exist, that bad things exist. You grew up. You matured. So do you remember your first lie? I don't remember mine, but maybe I do remember a few lies I told this year. Maybe you do. And maybe you feel guilty about it. Because being deceived and also constantly telling lies is tiring. It hurts. But why do we tell lies? Why do we do something our society tells us that is so bad? Why do we lie? So I listed a few reasons for people lying. And the first one is fear of facing the consequences. Probably the most obvious one. So maybe you forgot to send that important email, so you lied to your boss. Maybe you cheated on a test. Maybe you told your parents something you didn't really mean to tell, but because you were afraid of the consequences. Sometimes we are scared of the outcome, and lying is seen as the only way to avoid that negative outcome. Also, to protect who we love. Sometimes you have that friend, you have like your kids or something on a tight spot. So you lie to protect them because you see that in a way to make them avoid that negative situation. Also, as a defense mechanism. So there's this thing called past trauma. You went through something negative that affected you in a deeply level. So you just lie to avoid experiencing that again. Also, to fit in. Who never lied in like those high school gatherings and that family gatherings to make yourself seem more appealing to someone you just met on a blind date or something? Also, the great villainies of 21st century. Social media. We see social media every day. We go on our phones and we see people living their perfect lives and we think, oh, I want that as well. So you're not going to post that picture where you are like eating Doritos, watching Netflix. You're not going to post that picture you are with no makeup, when you are crusty, when you feel bad about yourself. You're going to post that picture where you're like slaying, where you're like perfect, where people are going to see and you're going to say, oh, they are going to see me as someone they maybe want to become in the future, as an inspiration. I want to be that person everyone thinks is amazing. We want to seem positive in people's eyes, so we just lie. Everyone's doing the same, so what's wrong about lying, right? So, how a lie is born. So first of all, let's understand what a lie actually is. So I read the dictionary once, and that's what was written. An intentionally false statement. It's something meant to deceive someone. It's something you tell someone to just make them believe something that is not the truth. So I divided lies in two categories. Planned lies, which are lies you plan. You carve it. You make it perfectly believable. You want people to believe it. You spend time on it. You spend time planning that lie, right? And also we have spontaneous lies. Those lies you tell on the spot. When you're in a tight situation, you have to avoid it, so you just lie. Maybe it's not that perfect lie, so yeah. So why do we lie? I have this simple diagram that can explain why do we lie. So first of all, we have a problem. And we see lie as something to help to solve that problem, right? So you think about a false statement that could probably solve it. And then I guess it's not working, right? I guess it's not always good. But anyways, so after you do that, you try to make your lie as much believable as possible. You want people to believe it, right? Because that's why you tell a lie. You don't want people to discover you tell a lie, because that's like a sin. You can't let people discover it, right? So then you have a lie. And what's the big difference between planned lies and spontaneous lies? So let's think about threads. Let's think about those crochet balls that your grandma used to crochet like a scarf for you or something. So a planned lie seems to have like absolutely no threads. You can't pull a thread over there, right? You can't uncover the truth. But when you have an spontaneous lies, you have loads of threads. You can just keep pulling it, and then you discover the real truth. But actually, every lie has a thread. No lie is perfect. So here we have this little thread. So I'm going to tell you 3 things, and you're going to have to tell which one of them is a lie. So then you understand better what an spontaneous lie and what a planned lie is. So I ate ham sandwich for breakfast. Also, let's think about another one. Oh, sorry. Electric cars are the future of humanity, and probably 60% of cars by like 2025 are going to be electric. And also we have Black Plague was worse than COVID pandemic. Maybe you could tell it, maybe you didn't, but anyways. We humans are data collectors, and we know how to identify a lie based on past experiences. So the real question is, how can we stop lying? How can we stop doing this horrible thing? Because lie is horrible in our society, but we still do it, right? So I thought about it for a while, and I noticed that the answer for this is mentoring. Mentoring is the answer to loads of problems. We have a load of adults here. We have high schoolers, maybe people in middle school, elementary school, I'm not sure, but mentoring. It's not about being a grown adult. It's not about having 70 years old. Mentoring is a process, and it takes effort. You have to put effort and work on it. You have to start facing the consequences. Being maturing means being brave enough to face the consequences. Being noticing that in those little things, you can find a way to be a better person. And can find a way to fight the vicious cycle of lying, of other things. The answer is in little things, but people don't actually believe it. Like, you're not going to become tomorrow the most honest person in the world. I'm not going to become the most honest person in the world tomorrow. But in the next time you tell a lie, and the next time you think about telling a lie, think about it. Think, is it really necessary? How will it affect other people? That's when change starts, when you start reflecting. When you start reflecting is when you actually grow up. When you mature, that's when you grow up. And that's when a few of the problems in life, a few of the biggest worst problems are going to be solved. It in little things. It is change in little things. And that's it. Thank you so much.